Welcome back. Now to this next one, which is the blocking of the head. And before we proceed, I would like to quickly do some renaming, that is for the references, which is this serve as the front reference, which is this one as the first one, which you can see I'm selecting. Okay, that is for you to see it. You can notice this is Z. This serve as the front reference. So to rename it, I could just double click on it and select probably F for front, then space and ref. That is front reference. Okay, then the second one should be the side reference, which is this. Okay, so that is should I just say right space ref. Okay, so that is done. And the last one, which is the top, okay, which you can see, yes, is the top reference, which is what you are seeing here. And double click on it, that is T space REF. Okay, so once those are done, that is good. All right, now for the blocking of the head, this is what you are expected to learn, or how to do something like this. Okay, so just trying to prepare your mind for the tasks ahead. All right, so you notice this model we have here more or less look like the shape of his head, though there are still some little work to be done here. Okay, so here it's almost getting to the finishing, okay, to the finishing aspect. And when I say blocking, what I'm trying to say is the outlines of the models first. Okay, let me unhide what I've done so far. Okay, at the back end, so for you to see, this is what we call something like blocking. Okay, creating the shape of the head to reform with the model, then getting the sockets. Okay, because these are called sockets, where the eyeball is being positioned, then the nose, also the mouth, getting the regions. So all these things must in line with topology. Okay, so if you notice, once I click this, you can see how it looks. You see some movement, that is some connection between the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Look at the mouth as well. So there are all these connections which you need to also know. All right, and not to take much of your time, let's get started with it. So along the way, I'll explain more. All right, so let me unhide this. So which is this? Let me unhide it. So let's start with it. So as you all know, use this, switch to classic mode. So from the classic mode, I will just input you know, for the body we make use of the box modeling. So for the head as well, we can also make use of box modeling. And if you've watched some series of tutorials, there are different ways of modeling. Okay, but this is one of the methods I prefer, and I think it's okay for beginners to adapt to on time. All right, so just trying to move the model, I mean the box model. Okay, and how to scale it, then scale it up like this, scale it up like this. Okay, just trying to conform to the shape of that head, something like this. So for now, I think I'll be Okay, I use both the front and the side view. Okay, so to see through the object, I need to just click this. Okay, so this is just the box modeling, and switch to object mode. Hold down shift. You can as well follow the on the screen keyboard, which you could see displaying below. So hold down shift, right click, and select smooth. So once you do that just once, click out of it, hold it again, make sure you are in symmetry mode. Okay, so click it, right click, and select vertex. So from there, what we need to do first is to fit in, trying to conform to the head of this model. Okay, trying to conform to the head of the model, which is very, very important for us. So here as well, take it up. Now this, bring it like this, this, bring it like this, this, just trying to conform to the head. Okay, so now for the bottom here, you notice this place here will serve as the jaw corner. So this place here is will serve as the extrusion of the neck later when we are walking. Okay, so just trying to conform it towards, just stick like this. So what you are seeing here is this. So just bring this closer. Okay, again, take this a little bit downward somewhere here. Just trying to bring this to the base of where the lip is. Take this as well, put it at this place, because this line here, this one you see here, this first line edge will serve as the lip area. Let me go back to this so you can see it well. To serve as the lip area, that means this place, what you can see, serve as the lip area. Okay, so back to what we are doing. Save this. Please always make sure you save. It's very important to save. So vertex, what is this? Okay, all right. So once we've have this now, and we are satisfied with what we have, okay, so trying to look at something, see at the edge if I'm not making a mistake there. I think there is a mistake there. Okay, I'm just trying to undo the steps, see where the mistake came from. Okay, so to undo is just Control Z. All right, there wasn't really a mistake. Okay, that was very, you need to be very curious about where your topology fall in line with. Okay, you need to be very curious about it. Okay, so like I said initially, this will go up somewhere here. This one, the front one here, comes somewhere here to the probably center of the lip. This serves as the side of the lip. Okay, but we're not taking things so serious for now. So this, we go back. Do not worry about the nose for now. Okay, now once that is achieved, please make sure you save. Go back to object mode, shift, hold down shift, right click and click smooth again. So when you click out of it, click on it again, hold down R, then drag here. Okay, so now if I should probably switch to 3 perspective view, so probably take this coming. Okay, so change this to perspective. If I click on perspective, you notice it's more or less getting look like the block out of the head of the model of the character. All right, now once we've achieved that, you still need to do some adjustments. Please do not do not just work on one side view only. At all times you need to switch, look at different views. All right, so vertex, just trying to see if there is any adjustment to be made. That is trying to take it like this. So press B on the keyboard to select a sub selection. To go to the selection of what you could see, hold down B, drag. When you drag to from the left to the right, you see it grows the selection. Okay, so any area you select, remember we just selected us this 3 area. So this is the main area, the main region it will affect, but the one in red will also be affected partially. You can see be affected partially, so it will be smooth when you are trying to actually conform your your model. Okay, so I just reduce it back. That is holding down B again and dragging it back, so it will take you back to what you have initially. Okay, so let me just increase it a little bit just to conform to the side of other objects, and you might decide not to use this. Okay, but to make the work more smooth, because that's one of your goal. Your goal is to make sure your uh your model is looking, the topology are smooth and they are well spaced. All right, so this serves for this region, so this will also serve for this region here. This gives us the extrusion where we are going to extrude the neck region from. Okay, so you notice I'm working on both sides. I'm not, I'll stick to just one view for now. Okay, so this area which serve as the jaw, just trying to not only that, this and the second one, just trying to bring it, get that shape I want. So it might take your time, but your main goal is to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay, so once this is done and I'm okay with it, base, so let's drag these 2 regions here, select B to select sub selection. So what we've just selected now is this down part. So this down part will give us this jaw area. So just press Ctrl E on the keyboard or just select this to extrude. So when you do that, you notice if we use the same arrow like this, you notice it's coming out in various direction. So undo it once, press W on the keyboard. Remember you've extruded it, press W on the keyboard, then just drag. You are dragging it in one direction, not in Z direction now, because this is what we need. Okay, so once we've achieved this, then you can still drag it can still drag it down like this or leave it like this. So control, that is, sorry, right click vertex, just drag this portion, okay, then take it downward. You can make sure B is turned on. Just drag it like this, okay, and you can also decide not to use it. All depend on you. I'm just trying to select whatever I have here, so to conform to this shape. All right, so you notice there is something here. Let me try to reduce this. There are some, these are the lines I just selected now, these ones, okay. So these ones will serve as the basement area for the neck. So this needs to be shifted like this, okay, and move it somewhere here. That is for that. Then this as well, move like this, okay. So again, for this, take it a little bit up, just to try. We're just trying to mimic that, this region. So on the keyboard, if I should press 3 now to smoothen it, you see what it gives us, okay. So it's now giving us something like a jaw, okay, a jaw, to which we can still work on. All right, so once we've worked on this first side, on the right side, we still need to do some adjustments here, which is very, very important. Okay, so you will notice that it's likely we are actually seeing the other vertex at the back, okay, so which might be confusing for you to dictate which one are you going to work with. So what I'm trying to say is, we are viewing from this region, that is from here, but we're actually seeing these other lines, these other vertex, these points at the back. So in order for us to bypass that, what we could just do is from here we will take on this one, which is the front view, okay. Control D to duplicate, okay. So once you duplicate, it's automatically change it to front reference 1, okay. So our major aim now is to just drag it, okay. So once we drag it, so just to mimic that what we're trying to look for. So now if I select this, now you can see it has actually what we are not seeing the one at the back. So if I drag it back again, you will notice you are seeing it. Bring to the front, it has actually what hide those vertex points at the back, so which is what we need. Now from here, let me create another one, because time to time I might decide to hide the other ones and leave this alone. So let's create another one that is this. So let's rename this as ref2, okay, and so let's save. Okay, invalid because of the name spacing. Doesn't want you to put space, just write like that. Then select, make sure this is selected, then right click and set add selected objects. So I don't want it to be clickable, then change it to reference. All right, now that is done, we've done that. So the next thing to do now is to work with, let's adjust all this, okay. Let's adjust them. So before I start doing that, let's start with this one. I said this is going up here. Okay, that is for the mouth region. Those three lines you see now, just bringing it straight like this first. Okay, so these ones are for the corner of the mouth. This leads to the ear, so just trying to just making it straight like this, which joins the jaw at this corner here, and the jaw is somewhere here. Okay, so this one here serve as the jaw basin. So to be sure of what we are doing, this perspective, let me switch it to this theory. It's okay. This should be front view. So from what we are doing here, you notice what I selected now, these 3 points are this ones here. This middle point will serve as, is this one, this will serve as the jaw, this place. This will come very close to the jaw. Okay, coming very close to the jaw like this. So this will move to this place here. Okay, so you see what we've just done. If I press 3 on the keyboard, you can see it's beginning to make sense. All right, so let's look at this also from here. Press 1 back on the keyboard. So there are some adjustments we need to make. So this one is coming here. All right, so we still need to do some adjustments, but nevertheless, so that is for the blocking of the head. Now let's create the eye socket. That is where the eyeball will be positioned.